Good night, viewers. Welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali, spiritual consultant and real estate businessman. For those of you that are having spiritual problems, feel free to contact me, 339-1670. Those of you who have properties to sell or looking for a property to buy, you can also contact me. Trinidad and Tobago, of the Caribbean, around the globe. Tell your friends, tell your family. Saieed Ali is back on the network, Synergy Network, Real Talk. We live from 7 p.m. Monday to Friday. Real Talk is about bringing you the news in depth. When I mean in depth, we go deeper into it. And Real Talk allow the viewers to call in, to voice their concern about topics that we will be talking about. You're not just listening and can't call in. You can call in. You can call in 237-3135. I want to hear from you. The public want to hear from you. What you think about whatever is going on in the country. Feel free to call in. Now, viewers, we started from 7 o'clock. From now on, from 7 to 8, Monday to Friday. As you all know, tomorrow it's Friday. It will be Fire Friday tomorrow night. We're back out. So tell your friends and family. You can also view us on Facebook, Real Talk with Saieed, on YouTube, Real Talk with Saieed. Good night to you, viewers. As we're moving on now, a little political. We're moving on with WASA. Now listen to this carefully, viewers. WASA have been existing for how many years? And people have been complaining, physically, calling WASA concerning leaks throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Leaks. They are seeing the leaks and they are calling WASA offices to inform them about leaks. Now what I'm about to tell you, you all will be so amazed. WASA is getting assistance. They are getting help from an international company in Israel. Now listen to this, it's get better. That company in Israel, they will be using satellite imagery to find leaks in Trinidad and Tobago. Let me tell you something, viewers. No company ain't coming in Trinidad to help. They have to be spending a large sum of money. The figure is not out as yet, but they will be using satellite from in space. From in space, pick up a leak in Trinidad. Now when you call WASA and tell them about a leak in front your property. 2 months after they might come to fix it. But you want to use a satellite imagery to come and fix a leak. Just imagine that. How many millions will we, the citizen, have to watch spend down the drain again? Taxpayers' money again. How much more can we take? How much more? You can't listen to the people who live right here in Trinidad, who seen the leak that causing landslips on the government, on the roads, that pulling down people's property. But our minister in WASA, Mr. LaHunt, wants to bring that system to Trinidad and Tobago. You can't do it physically, but you want to bring a satellite scope. This is news in depth. We're not just highlighting. This is news in depth. We're going into depth to explain to you how foolish these people could be sometimes. How foolish. Eh? Sometimes I just wonder. I just sit back and laugh. When the news comes to you, you just sit back and laugh. Ah, boy. Caller, good night. Caller, you there?
Yeah, good night.
Good night, sir.
Yeah, the men care about people.
What do you think about this?
Apart.
What do you think about that?
Then feels better we go in front of that black Oreo house and protest.
Thank you, my friend.
What do you think, mother?
What they
that
are,
Oreo real bias and real disrespectful, you know, you real uneducated fan leader.
what they are about to do is waste money by the millions. By the millions. Boy. It's a shame, it's a shame. It is a shame. Moving on from that now, viewers, but staying in the political arena, Minister of Energy, Minister Franklin Khan. Well, boy, I tell you, I just laughing, I just laugh too bad. Franklin Khan have given the public the assurance that the Labre dry dock will come on stream at a later part of 2019. A later part. Labre dry dock facility, NIDCO, and China Harbor Engineering have signed a executive cooperate agreement. Excuse me there. A cooperate agreement for 3 years at a cost of $500 million US. That money will be spent to develop the Labre dry dock facility. Now remember this, viewers. Our minister, Minister Franklin Khan, is the Minister of Energy. Petrotrin refinery, the gas refinery, was under his ministry. And what happened? They shut it down. They shut it down. While he was the Minister of Energy. So what do you think about this now? This $500 million US going and spent on this dry dock facility down in Labre. I really hope that they come clean with the projects. I really hope. Because today, our Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, I'm taking my time, because I want to let her soak it in. I want to let her soak it in. Our Prime Minister today gave a 3-hour speech to the media. How many of you all in Trinidad learned anything new? I didn't. I didn't. Not one thing new. Not one thing. According to a former Prime Minister, Ms. Kamala Prasad, she said after 3 hours of listening to this man, it's like we are confused more about what is the next step. Let me tell you something. Come back to me, guys. This government They held back information. And they hold back, and they hold back, until they hold back the building of the Sandals Hotel. That's how much they held back. When the UNC was in power, they didn't have a problem in starting a project. They did not have a problem. Every bit of information the public wanted, it was there for them. It was out in the open. Anybody could have asked for anything concerning projects, and they would have gotten it. But you know what? I'm glad they leave. I'm glad they leave. This government caused them to leave. This present government. Because you're holding back information and you're holding back information. And I thank the people of Trinidad and Tobago for standing up to and demanding information. Demanding information. So that is one step into a brighter future. Like I said, I want to see where all them millions going. I want to see where all them millions are going. Because I'll be watching very, very closely. Very closely. Like I said, Real Talk coming back this year. We come back. We're here to be different. Like I said, we're going to get road fixed, you know. We're going to get bridges fixed, you know. Things going to happen, you know. Because I dig in. Caller, good night.
Right, good night. One thing I want to find out from you, right? I ain't seeing they using them CBT cameras to solve no crime. Would I to monitor you, Ian Allen, and the opposition?
I feel so.
When you put on a spiritual walk on rolling, you think you can handle that? Just tell me what ingredients you need to come through by it.
I hear you, caller. Thank you for calling in. Those CCTV, I heard they cut almost $50 million from that project. So not too long from now, no CCTV camera will be functioning in Trinidad. You're slashing everything, you're slashing and you're slashing. Where the money going when you're slashing it? Where the money going? Caller, good night. Caller, you there?
Hello?
Yes, good night, sir.
Yes, I slow you down.
Go right ahead. Hello?
Yeah.
Yes, go right ahead. You're live on Real
Yeah, slow
Talk.
you down.
Next caller.
Hello?
So you see, viewers, the important things you're cutting back from. You're cutting back. Caller, good night.
Good night.
Good night, sir. You're live on Real Talk. Go right ahead.
Yeah, good night, sir. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
If one man, how one man could sell the whole petrol train, what do you do with that money?
I asked myself the same question.
Will one man sell petrol train? What do you do with all that money? You're telling nobody nothing. The whole library gone. You get mistaken by the name in Maruga.
Yeah.
It's the Indian trail that Apache living up there.
No, but you know, I want to see, caller?
Yeah.
I want to see if the A&V drilling scandal with the 100 million gone missing. I waited to see what coming out of that.
Hello?
Yes, I'm waiting patiently to see what coming out of that. Because $100 million ain't no pocket change, you know. It ain't no pocket change. It ain't. Nothing wrong with production in Trinidad, you know. Nothing wrong with it. Because the people want to see production. They want to see Trinidad uplift. Caller, good night. Caller, you there?
Hello, good night.
Good night, sir.
Hello?
Yes, you're live on Real Talk. Go right ahead. Hello?
Hello?
Next call.
Good night.
Good night, you there?
Yeah.
I'm listening. Go right ahead.
I went to licensing office today, get a vehicle pass in Caroni, and no sticker. What really happened to Mr. Sidanan? He living in this country. He is a Trinidadian. He walking in the road or he driving and seeing what going on, or he going in licensing office, rather than he open his mouth and just bust up him out on the news, telling people they have license sticker. What really going on with them ministers? It's just that they take, in this country, they take like the most dumbest people to run the country at one time. This government is like they select the most dumbest people in the country to run the country at one time. How God could allow that?
Thank you, caller. We have our next call. Caller, good night. Apparently, we lost that there. Like I said, every human being in Trinidad wants to see Trinidad develop. Nothing wrong with that. But when you're bringing out a project and you're holding back information, how you expect to go down? How you expect? And Sanders want to blame the people and they want to blame the media, because if we are asking questions and we're not getting it answered, what you expect? Because there's millions of taxpayers' dollars going down. Millions. People need answer to questions. Caller, good night. Caller, you there?
Hello?
Yes, good night.
Good night, Mr. Ali.
You're live on Real Talk. Go right ahead.
I want to ask a question. So with the government, the prisoners going to jail and making hard labor. What is the labor they're doing? The state pays how much $1,000 for supply fee to them.
True.
And what they do, they're going to pay the person of the High Commission, the High Officer's house, and clean the yard, and nice them hard labor. So I don't go and plant the yard and product food to free the prison.
I understand what you're saying, caller.
You understand?
Yeah.
But they're talking about money and money. You see now with the transportation, and they pay how much millions of dollars for this man to transport how much the prisoners on that daily basis. That is waste of money.
I understand what you're saying.
That's just my view.
Thank you, my friend. Moving on, viewers. Same politics again. We're sticking in this politics because it's too much of things going on. Now, listen to this. Sports Minister, Ms. Shamfa Kujo, was in Guyana. She was attending a Caribbean Youth Violence Prevention Summit in Guyana. This was yesterday. And Ms. Kujo is saying to the people of Guyana and to Trinidad also, reassuring the people that she is getting the support from the ministers from the Caribbean in the fight against crime and violence in the region. Let me tell you something. Who is she? Ms. Shamfa Kujo. Call her there, stay on the line. She is the Minister of Sports. The Minister in Sports. But she giving the reassurance that she getting the support. Now this was in Guyana, you know. That she getting the support from Caribbean ministers to fix crime and violence in the region. As she the president or the prime minister of the region, while she making her statements, this is what is taking place in our schools. That is bullying. But you're giving your big speech. Your big speech that you want to fool somebody. Every minister sing about their own country. Every single minister sing about their own country. Nothing wrong that you attended the summit. Nothing wrong with that. But be careful how you make your statements. Caller, good night.
Yeah, good night. How are you doing, sir?
Hardly hearing you, caller.
Yeah, good night. How are you?
Good night. I'm okay.
Good, man. Nice program.
Thank you.
I just wanted to say it's not a political platform. Real talk is about.
It's real talk.
But yeah, but the most corrupted government that run this country is the UNC government, not the PNM government. Get all the facts right. I am not a PNM, but I'm telling you, the most corruption ever went in this country is under the Kamala government, not UNC, not PNM.
Thank you, caller. Now, every caller have their rights to their opinion. Like I said, I am not UNC, I am not PNM, I am not PEP, I am not NJAC. I will support a government with production, good governance. That is what I will support. Caller, good night.
Good night, Saeed. How you going, man?
Hi, okay, man. How are you?
Fine. Saeed, after 4 years, nearly 4 years in governance, that this PNM government
Go right
came into
ahead.
power,
Yes.
it just goes to show that a country could run without anybody being in government. Because since these people have come into power, they haven't had a clue
Of what to do.
They didn't govern this country, and it's like everything just running down and down, because it's a simple fact. Any human being would know that if you're living in a home and you does not maintain your home on a regular basis,
True.
eventually your house would run down, and then you'd have to spend twice the amount of money to do any type of renovation to get back your home in order.
Yes,
it's the
yes.
same thing that we are seeing with this government right now. Everything is just left and run down, and then it coming down to election time, they would, all the money that they fire people and in thieving all over the place, they would come and start a patch road and fix this and fix it. And then the foolish idiots and them will run back now and go and say, look how they're fixing the road, and go and vote them back into power. I cannot understand what is wrong with the citizens of this country that we live in. If they cannot see, or what is the situation.
Thank you, my friend.
Enjoy the rest of your evening. Take care.
Same to you. Going back to Shamfa. Wasn't she the one that ran up the phone bill? Eh? Or let's forget? Let me remind you a little bit. Wasn't she the one that ran up the phone bill? Oh, how fast we forget. Who was supporting you when you ran up the phone bill? But I can tell you one thing. You cannot fool Saieed Ali. Because I know about business. I know about business. So no matter what you bring to the table, I know how to go about everything. You go tell me ministers from other countries supporting you. Eh? You can't fix your own country here, but you're getting support from others for crime and for violence. I never knew you was the Minister of National Security now. And you know nobody has said nothing about it? Nobody ain't saying nothing about it. Caller, good night.
Good evening, Saeed.
Yes, sir.
You know, I want to say to you, the other caller. Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, you had a caller who called you about 2 calls ago talking about the UNC, the most corrupted government. I wonder if this person understands what corruption is. Here it is that you are talking about Shamfa Kojo. Hello?
Yes, yes, I'm listening to you. Go ahead.
Yeah. We are talking about Shamfa Kojo. She's going to Guyana. And she's talking about something that she knows nothing about. She doesn't have any competence or expertise in that area. That, to my mind, is a form of corruption because she's going out there and telling people that we have our crime among the youths under control. And you just showed a video and showing these young people how they are fighting and bullying each other. Look at what happened today with the Prime Minister. He brought media people for 3.5 hours. He bullied them, telling them that they're not providing correct information, they're doing the research, right? And they putting up panels, and they ain't putting the correct people there to present the government. So he is now teaching the media houses how to do their jobs. And we have a Minister of Sport who's going to talk about violence and crime. And she's doing nothing for sport.
Exactly
right?
so.
No, this man, I listened to this man for 3.5 hours on TV today. And I don't know why Sanders leave. All I hear this man saying is camera thief, camera thief, camera thief. And we have to be careful about power in society. Because if you hear something wrong enough, you don't see it to be so. So I want to give another question.
Thank you for calling in, my friend. Have sports evolved in Trinidad and Tobago? Has it? I want to hear from you. Has it? Caller, good night.
Right. Concerning the government, this is a real geriatric government. It has children who need 100,000 for surgery. They can't even access that. Because why? They spend so much money on this dead was coffee. And still end back.
Thank you, caller. And up to now, coffee ain't come out to work yet, you know. Up to now, coffee ain't come out to work yet. All that money, where did that money go? Check it and I go down the drain. So who money was that? Taxpayers. But you know what, citizens of Trinidad and Tobago? Tighten all your belt. Tighten all your belt. While we drinking the champagne, let's scrape up money to make grocery. Caller, good night. Caller, you there? Caller, you there? Sometimes we need to sit back and look and see what is taking place in our country. We, the citizens, need to do that. Caller, good night.
Hello, good night.
Good night, sir. You're live on Real Talk.
Yes, that character who talk about Kamla and them thief. All right, let me face fact. Everybody go there to stick a thing in the kitty. All right? But I figure if he examine his tongue in the mirror, he will see something in the top of his tongue. Look like a brownish, blackish all out. Yeah, talking a lot of filth. Thank you.
You see, after 4 years, almost 4 years, the present government and the ruler of the present government is still blaming the former opposition. You're still blaming Why it is you're still blaming? Oh gosh, 4 years them gone. Let me see what I can do to get the next 5 years from the people. Caller, good night.
Hello, good night.
Good night, you're live on Real Talk.
I'm a big fan of your program.
Thank you.
I'm just saying that this government is an incompetent government, and this government can't run their house, but they run the country. Thank you.
Thank you. The people want to see production. That is what they want to see. They want to know that, hey, this going on down there, I'm going down there to see if I can get 2 years work or 3 years work. Within that time, I could save money to build a house. I could save money to secure my son's future. That is what people want. That is what they want. They want to see production taking place. Now, you want to make Trinidad, like I was saying last night, you want to make Trinidad a first-class country, but the road in a mess. The healthcare system going down the drain. Down the drain. But you want people to pay $5,000 for a sticker. You have to make sure when you're going down the road, your vehicle running smooth and you're steering straight. But as you go down in a pothole, your front end going on a shock bus. Lower down the road, now that police is going to stop you. They will stop you. Caller, good night. Caller, you there? And this is the thing that I am telling you, it have to change. It have to change. We have a sports minister talking about crime. Caller, good night.
Yeah, good night.
Go right
they
ahead.
say Kamla thief, right? What the present government do is sell the pislake for the Chinese. He come and he make the deal with A&V Julian. What is all that about? He do that. Did that government, this present government, is only the last government thief?
We were warned in Manning days. We were warned. But tell you something, it's not about party now, you know. It's about fixing the country now, you know. Because everything are crumbling down. It is crumbling down and down. It's going down the drain. I have a next video clip to show you about a Wassa pipeline, you know. But I'm waiting for Fire Friday tomorrow. You want to bring satellite imagery. But when the citizen call right here in Trinidad, all you can't answer their phone. All you can't come and fix it. Caller, good night.
Hello, good night.
You're live on Real Talk, go right ahead.
Yeah, I want to make a comment about the health.
Go right ahead.
We went to the health center for flu shots, but we about 100 people and no vaccine yet.
Which part was this?
Claxon Bay.
Claxon Bay Health Facility.
Yeah.
And no vaccine.
They said they're taking 100 people this morning. When we went there, the security said have no vaccine. They haven't given no vaccine today.
So what you are saying is that after 100 people, that is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
But they said they don't have any today. They're supposed to give it out today and they don't have any.
Ooh, and we had the health minister boasting all over the place?
Yeah.
Thank you, caller. Now, viewers, you know, normally when a driver gets an accident, or if you drive on the road reckless, then they want to charge you. Galleon Passage came in contact with the jetty in Scarborough today. You have the picture, guys? Look at this. The Galleon Passage came in contact with the jetty in Scarborough, Tobago. And you know what? NIBDEC is going to spend, NEDCO is going to spend $12,000 to fix that. So I just wondering now, who they're going to charge for that now? Are they going to charge the captain for bad steering, bad maneuvering? Because that's $12,000 from taxpayers' money going and spent to fix that. So just imagine, see how money does flow? You see how money does flow? Switching gears a little bit, viewers. Early this morning, protesting Charlieville. Why they protesting? Because a contractor left a bridge undone. And it was a main bridge to the community. Take a look at this video.
This morning, just to give an update here. Basically, I'm out here with a number of residents from the electoral district of Monterey Tiny Savannah, specifically in the village of Matching, Jenningham Junction with Charlieville. And they are out here this morning. I'm out here to support them as well. They are out here this morning protesting for their bridge to be opened. Due to a lack of payment, the project has been abandoned. The contractor didn't receive monies for the project, so hence he abandoned the project and he left. Now the villagers are the ones to suffer the most. Businesses are suffering in the area. It is very difficult for kids and for other people to get in and out of Matching and environs. As you know, this major road would normally link different villages throughout my electoral district and throughout Shogunas as well. A number of persons use this road on a daily basis. So as you can see, they are out here this morning trying to highlight the situation, and hopefully you can get the attention of the minister and also those in authority that could make a difference.
Lack of payment to a contractor that caused him to left the bridge undone. You're vexed because Sandal pull out, eh? You're vexed. People right here suffering. That bridge is a main access bridge. Let me tell you something. People tighten the belt until it don't have hole. It don't have hole in the belt again. It don't have hole to tighten again. Every time you make a media speech, we don't have money and it's Kamla. And we don't have money and it's Kamla. And we don't have money and it's Kamla. But I tell you, I could dance here the way you're saying that. Caller, good night.
Yeah, good night. Oh, that man, bounty jetty, the years bricks and from a pothole.
Come back to me, guys. You only blaming and blaming and blaming. Stop the blaming game. You're going to lose election and you're going to blame Kamla because you lose election. I'm telling you. You might miss the plane a day and you will still blame Kamala. Your driver might come to work later day, Mr. Minister, and you will still blame Kamala. Caller, good night.
Good night, Saeed.
Good night. You're live on Real Talk, all right ahead.
How sometimes Rowley does look black, and sometimes he look pale like a Chinese. They put powder in man's face this time.
I tell you, this is Real Talk. Thank you, my friend. Just imagine, under seriousness, the people need their bridge. The people need their bridge. You see, the reason why I stressing on this topic is because I want the people to understand how serious it is. Because this man dead serious and blaming the past. I wonder if he blamed the late Patrick Manning for warning the people of him. Caller, good night.
Yeah, good night.
You like
Somebody gonna find money to pay coffee bill, but he can't find money to fix the bridge. What is going on?
That is what I'm saying.
Coffee better than the bridge, you see. Coffee related to it.
That is what I'm saying. You're allocating money to do all kind of thing. Come back to me, guys. You're finding money to do all kind of thing. But the contractor have his workers working there because the bridge is an access bridge, and there's a bridge that's used widely by the public also. But no, we got cut the contractor's salary. We got stop him from doing that work, and we got take that money and we got focus it here. I'm sure we might get something there. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Ali. Everything that you have been saying on this program and the callers that have been saying is so correct, Mr. Ali.
Thank you.
I agree with everything that they are saying. But the problem that we have in Trinidad and Tobago, nobody I want to put back them UNC, thieving MPs with thief and trick people for the Caroni land and all kind of thieving thing. That is the problem we have. Kamala need to change them, and then we go get rid of Rowley. Else, Rowley could be burning down Trinidad.
Cole, are you there? It's not easy. It's not easy. That's why I said this year we're coming different this year, you know. This is news in depth, you know. Where I said allowing you, the viewers, to call to let me hear your frustration concerning issues in Trinidad. And I'm doing a pretty good job because just before I signed off Real Talk in November, I became the third most viewed program. So which means I am doing something good. And believe me, nobody ends up in this mode. None. Caller, good night.
Good night.
You're live on Real Talk, go right ahead.
Saeed, pass up the coffee, you leave done. So, National Insurance paid him half pay now.
Thank you, caller. I say we're coming different this year. We're going into depth. We're going in depth. I want to hear you. Because together, we could get things done in this country. Together. Caller, good night.
Minister Health. When I was inside a mountain maternity the other day, someone announced they didn't have sugar. The patients, they don't even have toiletries.
Where is this?
This is inside a mountain maternity like hub. I need to check on them.
Where is this? Call, are you there? I guess she get cut off. Like I was saying, viewers, Real Talk became the third most viewed program just before I signed off. And it means that I am doing something good. You see this? Nobody ends up in this at all, because I have decided to stand up for the people of Trinidad and Tobago to let them know who is doing what and what they could do to prevent what. I tell you, we're rolling different this year, you know. I did say that when I come out of my studio, I'm rolling different. Caller, good night.
Good night, good night.
You're live on Real Talk, go right ahead.
Yeah, up last summer time. The road bad up there. One side of pothole.
Which part that is?
Last summer. I just come up the road. Big pothole, I think.
If you could do a video clip and send it for me, I will.
Number one. The road real bad.
Gladly highlight it. Because this is what Real Talk is all about. Fixing Trinidad. Fixing it. Because I live in right here. I have children growing up and they will live right here. And by the grace of God, I might see grandchildren. Moving on a little bit, viewers. Trinidadians, we need to come together. We need to come together. They say don't protest, but let me tell you something. If you have to protest to get things done, well then by all means. I am not inciting violence, you know. But I'm letting you know, you have to stand up for your rights. You have to. Caller, good night.
Good night, Saeed.
Good night. You're live on Real Talk. Go right ahead.
Yeah. Saeed.
Yes, sir.
With all that's going on in the country, boy, I hear they get over 140 million for Carnival already.
That what I was saying last night.
Yeah. And I watch Skinner Park, everybody enjoying themselves, man. Nobody are complaining. They're talking about road and thing now. Road and water, and the people have water in the house, but they buy ticket and have a costume hang up to go Carnival to jump and wine for 2 days.
True.
No boat are walking. They never go swim go. But they're complaining, you see that fete? After that fete, they legalize it and keep on jamming.
Keep on jamming.
Yeah,
we jamming still.
Election, 2 years again. 2 years again for election, they will jam until that.
Caller, they go swing or they go do like Tarzan, swing from Trinidad to Tobago. But when the vine dry, how they swing?
Yeah, all right. Good night, Ed.
Good night, my friend. Now listen to this. Minister of Finance, call him Imbut. I like this man, you know, serious. I like this man too bad. Now, we know in Trinidad, the financial year starts in October. So Colin Imbut, in a news conference, saying to the public of Trinidad and Tobago, listen carefully, yeah? Listen carefully. The revenue that Colin Imbut was expecting for the first quarter of 2019 was $10 billion. Now, the fiscal year for 2019 started off on the 1st of October till present. And Colin Imbut projected a revenue of $10 billion. In a release yesterday, the revenue that they collected was $11.3 million, an increase of 13%. 13%. So you know what? Let's tighten the belt again. $1.3 billion more. They were expecting 10 billion, but they got 11.3 billion. So that is $1.3 billion more. Not long from now, you're going to hear them saying, tighten your belt again. Caller, good night.
Good night, Saeed. Welcome back.
Thank you, my friend. Glad to be back.
Yeah, man, long time I was looking out for you. I know this is the only show that has substance. Anyhow, concerning this government, why everything is blame? This man, Raymond, after Raymond or whatever, this everything is transparent to be blaming opposition. This man has to go to the court to get under the Freedom of Information Act certain documents. Why is it they hiding it? Why is it they hiding it?
You see?
They do stupidness. This government did nothing right. All they are doing is to blame.
It's a blame game.
Why you blaming? You cannot do the job. Get out. You're blaming opposition for this. The Galleon's passage. What is it this government about? Oh, they just bleed the population with that. Crime is spiraling.
Exactly.
Crime is spiraling. You're talking about swine flu and vaccine. And I am seeing a great deal of racism in the health center. People of certain ethnicity alone is getting it. And you tell me that you have so much vaccine. and you have hundreds of people is going and they cannot get it. This government has failed in all ways. You have a hospital in Cuba that could have alleviated so much people with the sickness. No, you did not fix it because of victimization. You're going to open a stadium. You thought you didn't have money. Where on earth you have money to build that for sandals and all this kind of thing? When the people pull out, it's because you was doing underhunting. It is time I am calling on the international community for people to intervene. And man like Dave and Barrage, we must praise him to bring these things to the fore. But this government must nobody to talk against them. When he was opposition leader, when he bring that ridiculous and scandalous email game and all these kind of things, this man is not suited. They come out and he talk about lies. Right, people are accustomed to lie only 3 years now. Is he and his government is unethical, unprofessional. They are not suited for office. And that man will call a little while ago say, but Kamla this. Kamla is the best that passed through there. And let the people judge for themselves. 5 years in government, how much tax we got increase.
Yes.
You know, people are living a better standard. To the PNM supporters, I am telling you, do not vote on race. You was better off on the Kamla. Or don't agitate lot of election and put this man out. This is our forum. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you, my friend. I am here. And I always say, since I have started this program, Real Talk, nobody ends zipping this lip. I will spend my money to fund my program, to stand for the people who do not have a voice. And I ain't afraid. My wife standing by my side. And I just always say, do not interfere with my children, neither my family. Because everybody come forward and start to talk. There is some entity, or there's always somebody or some party want to zip them out. But I just always say, come around me. It's a different game you're playing. It's a different game. Because for too long, people do not have a voice that they could go to and talk out that would stand up for them. I was talking to somebody this evening about probably around 10 to 6. Call her, just stay on the line for a few minutes. 10 to 6. And he was telling me, now the doctor sent him home medically unfit. WASA paid him severance benefit. And telling him that that is his money for going home medically unfit. And they prolong and prolong and prolong and prolong. The man visited me this evening and started to cry tears. Tears. He said, Said, what we gonna do? Caller, good night.
Good night.
Caller, you there?
Yes, I am.
Go right ahead.
You know, you can access a gun on the street easier than a hospital bed in this country.
Oh, yes.
Additional to that, this is the only place in the world you can buy a boat ticket and ride in a plane. Because corruption involves. You understand? And next thing is, it's too much dictator piece. You can't talk. It's victimization.
True, true. Yeah. I just want to switch a little bit, viewers. 2 officers, a corporal, I wouldn't let out the name. A corporal, 45 years of age, and a PC, who's about 25 years of age. Last May, they were responding to a distress call from a man. From a man. When they went down into the man's house, come to take a report, whatever it is, they allegedly stole 1,800 US from the man. I'm not saying all police bad. I'm backing the police. I am backing Commissioner Gary with the one shot, one kill. I explain myself why. But to be a corporal and to be a PC now come in the force, I think it's about 5 or 6 years service he have, if I make a mistake. And you go tell me you responding to a distress call, and you go inside a man's house and allegedly take the money, take what the man worked hard for, 1,800 US. They were granted bail in the Port of Spain Magistrate Court today. A corporal is thief you like? I just tell people I ain't thiefing is something I ain't like, you know. I ain't like that at all, you know. Because when I work in 16 and 17 hours, you ain't there, you know. And I make myself very clear on TV, you know. Caller, good night. Caller, you there?
Yes, right here.
You're live on Real Talk, all right ahead.
Hi, good night.
Good night.
I just want to say I agree with Mr. Saeed. One shot, one kill.
I agree with that.
Thank you.
Thank you, caller. Because when a bandit come in your house, they make business who is you, you know. They're like the devil. Steal, kill, and to destroy. That's what they come to do. So one shot, one kill. I was talking to an officer in charge of operation and task force. Saeed, one shot, one kill. He have a business. He have a business. And I am definitely sure if any bandit enters into his business to try to rob him, that's the last few seconds your heart beating. Caller, good night.
To you, Mr. Saeed.
Hello, you there?
Yes. A very good night to you.
Good night to you too.
I would like to draw attention to something.
Caller, you there? I do apologize for that. But just imagine. Oh gosh, there's a police, you sign up to be a police, you go inside the man's house and thief the man money. Huh? What kind of thing is that? If you didn't thief the man money, you won't end up in court to start with. And the man must know, well, hey, I have 1,000 US in this drawer, and then police. The man must know who to go on with it or not. It's not a blind man all did attend. Viewers, we are almost out of time for tonight. We just have a couple seconds left. This is Real Talk. This is Saieed Ali. News in depth, where we give you the opportunity to call in and voice your concern. I want to hear what you have to say. The people want to hear what you have to say. Outside of Trinidad and Tobago wants to hear what you have to say. I want to say a special good night to you. Join us tomorrow. That's Fire Friday tomorrow. We're live again. Be safe. Enjoy your night. This is Saeed. This is Real Talk.